Alright guys, so I just watched Good Fortune, you know, the movie with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Keke Palmer, Aziz Ansari, that's how you say his name. And look, when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was like, alright, so you have John Wick, instead of killing a ton of bad guys, now he's saving souls? Now, but basically in this movie, Keanu Reeves is an angel, and he tries to teach this broke dude that having money isn't all that. So what he ends up doing is swapping his life for Seth Rogen's life, you know, who's a rich tech dude. And the problem is the broke guy loves being rich. Like, no duh. So now Keanu Reeves has to find a way to revert them back to normal. And this is Aziz's first movie that he's directed. Not only that, he wrote and starred in it, you know, called a hat trick. But I see what you're doing, Aziz. I see what you're doing. Dating Keke Palmer in the movie? I see what you're doing, bro. For the cast, like I said, you know, you have Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Keke Palmer, Aziz. Like, those are really the main four characters in this movie. And the movie has a pretty good runtime. You know, it's only an hour and 38 minutes long, so it doesn't really drag on too much. It kind of has a nice overall pace and time length. And apparently the budget was around 30 million, but I'm sure it's probably way more than that, you know, just from the star power alone. And right now it was sitting at a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.8 on IMDb. But let me just list some pros and cons for you guys that can kind of give you a better understanding of what the movie's about. So like I said, the pacing in here was good. I thought the pacing worked. I thought the runtime was good. And the story itself, you know, it's just entertaining. Having a broke guy swap lives with a rich guy, I just think that premise alone is kind of entertaining. And the way they do it, I think it's good. And just Keanu Reeves, him as the angel being kind of this dumb character, like he's just naive in a way. You know, like he doesn't understand how being a human works. So when he's stripped and he has to be broke too, it's kind of funny to see. And it kind of makes you think, like, what would I do if I was really rich or successful and then it was all taken away from me? Like, what would I do? How would I survive? Especially I think they were in like LA and it's really hard to survive there. You know, around here in the smaller states, I'm sure you could do it, but being in a big city like that would be crazy. And I think the cast in this movie was done well. You know, all of them have pretty good chemistry together, whether it's Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen and Aziz, Keke Palmer and Aziz. I think they all have pretty good chemistry together and they all make it entertaining. And it's a good thing that they just had those four as the main characters. And seeing Keanu Reeves go from a divine angel to a chain smoker washing dishes, like that was funny. The overall, like there was some good funny moments in here. And by the end of this movie, what you're gonna get out of it is rich people suck and poor people do all the work, because that was literally slapped like every 10 minutes. They tried to remind you of it so you didn't forget. Now for some of the cons, I'll start with Aziz's acting. Like, I see that it's his first directorial debut. Was it his first acting debut too? Because dude was talking like a robot, an NPC at points. Like some of the lines literally sound like came from GTA. And not to mention him and Keke, they have like this relationship, right? But it kind of spawns out of thin air. The second conversation they have, they're already on a date. So I think that was a little rushed, kind of like a rom-com speed run. And the story itself, I think it's entertaining, but it is a little goofy. There's some points where you're like kind of thinking, well, that makes sense. But then you realize it's about two people swapping lives and you're like, yeah, that ain't real anyway. But that's really it. You know, this is kind of a simple story. There's not really a whole lot to kill this movie for. It knows what it is. It plays up to it. And I think it does a good job of it. And overall, I enjoyed this movie. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I barely saw the trailer. So I was kind of going in with an open mind anyway. But I came out enjoying it. And I think if you go watch it in theaters, you'll enjoy it too. And if I had to give this a rank, I'm probably going to give this a salty popcorn. I don't think you need to watch it in theaters. I think you can wait till it comes out, but either way, I think you'll enjoy it. But anyways, guys, those are just my thoughts. Comment below if you've seen this and what your thoughts are. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.